This is my educational video, and it's going to be called, what should I call it? How about we do an educational video on, how about Mary Queen of Scots? That was when my dad was little, and why they called her Mary Queen of Scots, and the history of Mary Queen of Scots. This is my educational. Now, this is an educational lesson on Mary Queen of Scots. Now, some of you don't know who she is. Mary Queen of Scots, December 1542, 8th of February, and known as Mary Stuart or Mary L., regained over Scotland from 14th of December 1542 to the 24th July in 1567. Mary, the only surviving legitimate child of King James V, was 6 days old when her father died, and she acceded to throne. She spent most of her childhood in France, while Scotland was ruled by Regine, and in 1558 she married the Dauphin of France, Francis. He ascended the French throne as King Francis in 1559, and Mary briefly became Queen Constant of France until his death in December 1560. Widowed, Mary returned to Scotland, arriving in Leith on 19th of August 1581. 4 years later, she married her first cousin, Henry Stuart, Lord Dame. But their union were unhappy. In February 1567, his residence was destroyed by an explosion, and Damley was found murdered in the garden. James Hepburn, 4th Earl of Bothwell, was generally believed to have orchestrated Danny's death, but was acquitted of the charge in April 6, 1567, and following month he married Mary. Following of uprising against the couple, Mary was imprisoned in Loch. Even James Hepburn, 4th Earl of Bothwell, was generally believed to have orchestrated Damie's death. But Loch Castle Mary was in prison of Loch Leven Castle on the 24th of July, 1567. She was forced to abrogate in favor of James V.I., her 1-year-old son, by Damie after unsuccessful attempts to regain the throne. She fled southward, seeking the province of her first cousin once removed. Queen Elizabeth of England caused Castle on 24th of July, 1567. She was forced to abdicate in favor of James V.I., her 1-year-old son. Okay, so she had a son Regine. Okay, so when my dad was little, he saw Mary Queen of Scots carrying her head. Now, how did Mary Queen of Scots die? No. Okay, so death. On the 11th of August, 1558, after being implicated in the Bagagon plot, Mary was arrested while out riding and taken to trial in successful attempt to enter her Western had declared arranged by Mary's letter to be smuggled out of Charlie. Mary was missed into 25th of September and in October was put on trial for Trenton under the Act of the Queen Bailey before of a court of 36 nobles, including Cecil Shrewsbury and Walsingham. Spirited in her defense, Mary denied the charges. She told her triers, "Look into your conscience and remember that there of the whole world is wider than the Kingdom of England." She protested that she had been denied the opportunity to review the evidence, that her paper had been removed from her. Then she was denied access to legal counsel and not a form. Mary was convicted on the 25th of October. So Mary was died. She's a famous person. When my dad was a little boy, he was at Gilbertsfield Castle. And when he went inside, the eyes of the paintings followed you. And he said he saw this woman carrying her head, called Headless Mary, he called her. And that's where the Bloody Mary legend came along.